put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Alright, we are live. Hello everyone. How's it going? Good to see you all here tonight. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday to all of you. But we're gonna play some football tonight. It is Sunday. But it's good to see everybody here. Hope you're all doing well. Appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. We are playing some football tonight. Gonna be the Vikings at Cowboys. And I am going to be the Minnesota Vikings tonight. So that's the game plan tonight, and hopefully we'll end the game with a W, and we'll see what happens. But hope you're all doing well. Good to see you all here. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you guys for being here. Okay, cool. Hard to believe that the NFL season will be starting pretty soon. Hello Joseph, good to see you. How you doing? Woo. Appreciate it. Hugs to all of you.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Then Tuesday and Wednesday are 50-50, and Thursday and Friday I probably won't be live.
Boy, did he ever, and he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
How's that going for you, Joseph?
Dak going to start out going to the air. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
come on, let's go D. Come on, D.
And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
I'll look into it, Joseph.
You're in the danger zone when you decide to blitz it, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well.
He really does. In the best
You love the
part
game?
about that
That's
play
good.
for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man, the tight end Luke Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds.
Come on, defense.
A little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Thanks to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
That's good, Joseph.
On play action, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Hello, Joker.
5 yards is the
Good to see ya.
First down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Good to see everybody here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in.
Opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Pollard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. Pollard again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tony Pollard from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Right
Thank you, Joker. I appreciate you.
Very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So I will be live tomorrow playing some Fortnite. It is Mastery Monday tomorrow, so I will be live tomorrow. And then Tuesday and Wednesday is kind of 50-50 right now. We'll see how I feel. But I know probably Thursday, Friday of this week I will not be streaming. And then of course Saturday should be Power Hour. We'll probably be back live.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivered to the tune of a 9-yard loss. It may be cliche.
I haven't streamed since Wednesday night, so I wanted to come on here and at least try to attempt to stream. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all.
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got out.
Come on. Get that first down. Come on, dude.
It'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Cousins.
Nope. There we go. First down. Nice. Nice. Let's go.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's Madison.
All right, nice. First down.
And he'll get it out a
Almost.
yards shy of
Okay.
midfield at the 48.
Do it again.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Another
Good
carry
first
now for
down.
Madison.
Nice.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
I appreciate you, Joseph.
Off the play fake, Cousins. To the sideline.
Would have been a nice catch.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can
Do it
not only
again.
spell
Do
your
it again.
start, but can come in and keep drives going.
Gotta get that first down.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Nope. Overshot it.
And that will be incomplete.
Come on.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw it.
All right.
I'm sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent. that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Prescott now.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 5.
All right, 2nd and 5. Let's go.
Prescott now from the 50.
Nice, nice.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That is caught. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a lot of fun.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember,
if you like football, this is the place to be.
Really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gonna run again here with Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Let's go deep. Let's go.
We also like what the runner's giving us, too.
Right.
It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra
Make a field goal here.
Dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is N.O.R.A for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
N.O.R.A now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate.
Gotta get that first down. Come on.
Here's a give to Madison.
No, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna do it. Come on now.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play fake. Cousins.
No.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Parsons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8.
That's very unfortunate.
Also brings up 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
That's a rip.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Prescott. That's Gallup on his slant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Appreciate y'all for being here tonight. I hope you're all doing well. If you have not already, hit that like button, share this out. And if you're enjoying the stream, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Hope you're all doing well.
They have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Playing some Madden tonight. Hopefully we'll get a W.
1st and 10 now from the 33.
If not, it's okay.
On the draw, it's Pollard.
But the goal is to get a W tonight.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott to throw it. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second down at 7.
Hey, Camp Crystal Lake, good to see you. How you doing?
And again, it's Prescott. And Cooks hands
Nice
it over the
hit.
middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action now, Prescott.
Even better.
And he'll be hit as he releases
Let's go.
it.
Do that
And that'll fall
again.
incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to
I
go
am
for
doing
this thing
good.
on fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 32.
All right, come on, D. Come on.
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading
All right.
of until they
Come on.
stop him.
Come on, D.
Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Prescott. Throw out wide.
What are you throwing, dude?
Incomplete.
Where are you throwing? Come on.
There, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
It's like you threw it out of
The
nowhere.
offense on third down tonight. They've hit
3rd
2
and
for
8.
4
Let's go,
thus
D.
far.
Come on.
This is 3rd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
All right. We're going to run it here.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual,
Obviously, we're going to have to pass it here. Just got to catch the ball.
Near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, Cousins.
Nobody open. Nice, nice. And there we go.
Field by Addison. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line.
Awesome sauce.
And we have to here. The protection, that's
was a
what made
nice
this
play.
Success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up
Boom.
front.
Oh, going for Jefferson.
Catch it, catch it. Nice.
This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go.
39 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Caffeine sounds great right now.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Run up the middle.
Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Can we get in there?
I do know from experience that when you slow
Can we
down
get in
someone's
there?
running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At least we're on the board. It don't matter at this point.
There will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll
no.
come out to the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard and
I'll
his
let you
Dallas
in.
teammates ready again on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
There we go. Nice.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in
nice
the
play.
backfield. It'll
3rd and
go
8.
down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Prescott.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice. It's out of bounds.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is N.O.R.A. for the Cowboy field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the made field goal, back out is N.O.R.A. to kick this away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. That's down the field.
Pass interference.
Jefferson. Oh, that's into a double team.
Has to be a pass interference. It's coming, come back.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Really?
So
wow, dude.
On the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession.
That's really disappointing.
On the INT.
Wow.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw.
Who is that, Joseph?
And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Prescott off play action. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you
it's all right. It's all right.
Building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well.
We'll get it back. We'll get there, Joseph. I promise.
Some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
All right, so we're going to do it. Well, all right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins.
Overshot it. Darn it.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself.
Hello,
to
Dave and Wolfie. Hello, hello.
Because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate
How's it going? Good to see you guys. Choo choo.
Get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
I enjoyed that video yesterday. The little short video.
A second down throw for Cousins.
Wow.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It's a gain of 11, but they're still
We could punt it, but we're going to go for it.
They had quite a hole to dig out over there.
We're going to go for it, at least.
Able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in?
Okay. Wow.
Sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Run for Pollard, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
She's like, not without a treat. Gotta get a treat.
Yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
She wants pizza.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, Joe's, yeah, Dave, I know the feeling. It's kind of a lazy Sunday here. That's good seeing you, Dave. Maybe I'll find some purple pants for you.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw is Cousins.
Wide open. Nice. First down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's Prescott. Drops this underneath for Pollard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Final play of the half. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground and added another on the receiving end for good measure. He was awesome.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Here's Madison running on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And down to the 41.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Another carry now for Madison. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing, Cousins. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. T.J. Hockenson, high in the air to bring it in. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Absolutely beautiful play. beautiful.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw.
Get in there. There we go.
for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams
Trying to get up there.
practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
Come on, D.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. In motion left goes Cooks. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Prescott now. He gets it to Cooks. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll go Madison up the middle. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this
Anybody
point,
want to go
this
dancing?
is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that in-lock.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Booyah.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So
Can I get a booyah
point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door
in the
back
chat?
open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, big. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's
got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by
wow,
maybe a foot,
really?
maybe. Call it 4th
Really?
inches.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Still
Get in
just
there.
The 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Madison. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Oh,
That would get a wide up incomplete.
wow. That would have.
An interception in the end zone probably should have been.
All right.
3rd down coming up.
Okay.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Prescott. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
117 yards here for Madison. He's got a 1st down.
Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. He's going to let it go again. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards.
It's about time we can catch the ball.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Tackle made that time by Chauncey Golston.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right.
2nd and 6.
Going to run with Madison
Here we go.
again.
Oh no, we got a holding at the rip. Come on, get with the program.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough.
We can hold hands later in the locker room, but not during the game.
On the handoff, it's Madison. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
There we go. Nice.
That's going to be caught.
1st down. Let's go.
Taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right. Let's get in there.
Madison
There we go. There we go. Awesome sauce. There you go, Camp Crystal Lake, just for you. A little bit of dance just for you.
A 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Do a little bit of dance. Get down tonight.
Here we go now as we
Get down tonight.
A big 2-point conversion. They'll run it
in there. Let's go.
Back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Sorry, chat.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. There's Cooks in motion right. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Option play. Here's Pollard. And he takes it past the 45.
2nd and 5. Let's go, D. Come on, D.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action now. Prescott.
Nice. Hit him. Oh, you.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh. Could have done that like 5 yards back.
Possession will stay the same.
Wow, dude.
Thankfully for the offense, for
come on, defense, wake up. Let's go.
Because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Wow.
So after the big
Don't
play,
let him
look
score,
at this,
D.
all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott throwing quickly there,
Right.
but it's
Much better.
incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Really?
Chauncey Golston gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
All right. Who's all still here, chat?
Back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start.
Appreciate you for being here tonight. Hope you're all doing well.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
Can I throw the ball?
Game, but the self-inflicted
really, you guys?
They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson.
Almost got intercepted, but nice.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Cousins on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap and he's
1st down.
He got it. That one good for 37
Nicely done.
yards.
Let's go.
To take some chances downfield, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favorite routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point.
That was risky, N.O.R.A. That was risky.
Off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is
right up the middle. Let's go.
To not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Akers.
Go. There we go. There we go.
Vikings.
Cam Akers.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Prescott.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Here's Powell on the return.
44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
So Cousins and the Vikings down by 10. A minute 52 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first thing, a leap and he will make the catch.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Now Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by
Yep.
Trayvon Diggs.
That was fun.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out.
That
to
was
the
dumb.
20.
Oh,
Well,
well.
field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've
It was
got
a
to
good
force
game.
the issue here. Maybe take some chances they
I
wouldn't
tried.
have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pollard gets it off the option. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And they will take a knee here. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
All right, chat. I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. Appreciate y'all for being here, supporting the channel. If you already hit that like button, share it out, and subscribe. Love to have you guys here back tomorrow night. We'll do this again tomorrow night. We'll be playing Fortnite tomorrow night, so hope you can come back and support the stream. But y'all have a good night. Mo Chronic is live, so we're going to go over there and say hi to Mo. But I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for being here. Much love to you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone.